is Sunanda from EC second year. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the simplest ever line follower board with the help of Arduino UNO. Things required. We require a chassis with two tires and two motors, two sensors, IR sensors. Now these are 60 to 100 RPM motors. I've also connected the wires from the motors and taped them. So this is an assembled chassis. We require two spacers like this to connect in another chassis above this. The next thing is the IR sensors or the infrared sensors. These IR sensors have two IR LEDs. One of them is transmitter and the other is the receiver. These type of sensors are also give analog output as well as digital output. These are fairly cheap. So the next thing required is a motor driver. We are using here L293D motor driver. The basic reason for using this is Arduino only gives us pulse of 5 volts. But if we want to run the motors for higher voltage like 9 volts, 12 volts, 15 volts, 18 volts. So for this reason we want a motor driver IC. This is the IC. This motor driver drives two motors. Here we have for motor 1 and motor 2. So here it is, motor 1 for motor 2. The inputs from the motors are connected to motor 1 for the left motor, motor 2 for the right motor. So we require connecting wires. We also require few connecting wires. These are few male to male connecting wires, few male to female connecting wires. We are going to supply the Arduino with a 12 volt adapter. We also require a mini breadboard, double-sided tape, a screw tester. So now for the connection part. For this we required another chassis over this first chassis. So we will be connecting these two. So here it is, I have nailed it. So now for the Arduino part, we'll use a double-sided tape. So here it is. So here we have the motor driver IC. Each part behaves for each motor. Here we will be connecting this motor 1A for our left motor, 1B for the left motor, and motor 2 for the right one. So let's start our connections. I'm gonna connect these two parts. So I'm connecting the left two wires of the motor for this motor 1. So here it is. Now for the right motor, for the motor 2, here I put connect it. Alright. So here is the part. So here motor 1A, motor 1B, motor 2A and motor 2B. The thing is, if you want your both, we have connected the motor 2 for this right motor and motor 1 for this left motor. So if you want your boat to move forward, what you need to just do is just give high for this motor 1A and low for this motor 1B. If you want it to move in the reverse direction back, you have to just give low to this 1A and high to this 1B. Similarly for the next motor, if you want it to move forward, you need to give a high input to motor 2A and low to motor 2B. Similarly, if you want it to move it in the reverse direction, you need to give low to 2A and high to 2B. So here I'll do my connections. I have given my Arduino programming like 8, 9, 10, 11. Here are the pins 8, 9, 10 and 11 for the motors. So 8, 9 for my left motor and 10, 11 for my right motor. So I'm going to connect in that way. 8, 9, 10 and 11. So 8 and 9 pins are for the motor 1. So I'm connecting 8 to 1A, motor 1A and 9 to 1B. And similarly for 10 to 2A and 11 for motor pin 2B. So here it is. Now for the supply. We need to give supply to our motor driver. Here it is, 5 volt, and even for our sensors, we require to give ground, 5 volts and V output. So the V output of this sensor will be given to the input of this Arduino board, pin number 4 and 5. I have programmed it for 4 and 5. So I'll be giving it for 4 and 5. So now for the connections of this sensors, uh, here in sensors we have 3 pins. One is for 5 volt, another is for ground, and the other is for V output. So the ground part, we need to pull up ground from the Arduino to the breadboard. So this whole line becomes now grounded. And we similarly draw 5 volt from the Arduino. V in ground 5 volt into the breadboard. So here it is. Now for the supplies, we need to supply 5 volt and ground to each sensors and even the motor driver. So first we'll do it for our motor driver. So here it is, the ground pin. I'm connecting it to the ground. The 5 volt pin to 5 volt. And here is our sensors. This is ground to ground. This is for 5 volt. Ground and 5 volt. So here it is. Now for this 12 volts, we will be giving the input of, we will be connecting this 12 volt pin to the V input of the Arduino. Now for the connections of the sensors, we have programmed it for pin 4 and pin 5. Pin 4 for the left motor and pin 5 for the right motor. So the V output of the sensor is connected to pin number 4 for the left sensor and pin 5 for the right sensor. So pin 4 and for this pin 5. So here is our connections. Now let's repeat the connections. So here is a motor driver motors. We have taken 2 wires from the motor drivers, each for one motor driver. Here for motor 1 we have used the left motor. We have taken the 2 wires and screwed it. For motor 2 we have screwed it over here. And here we have taken the connections from motor 1A to pin number 8, motor 1B to pin number 9, 2A to 10 and 2B to 11. And the left sensor we have taken pin number 4 and for the right sensor we have taken pin number 5. So here for taking ground and 5 volt we have taken supply from the Arduino 5 volt to the ground and ground into this breadboard, so that we can draw 5 volt or ground wherever it is required from the breadboard directly into the sensors and the motor driver. So here is the connections. Now we require this adapter for power up into this Arduino. So here it is. So here it is. Our board senses both wires. Our board is ready. So now you just require to program this and upload it into this Arduino, and your board is ready to follow the line. Thank you. Hello friends, I am going to show you the basic program of the line following board using 2 sensors. So for that you need to install the Arduino software into your PC. I have already installed it. So this is our Arduino software. You can write your program over here and then compile it and then upload it to your Arduino. So I have already saved a program for two sensors which I'm going to show you. Here it is. So we have defined 4 pins of the motor which are connected to the Arduino. The first one is the left motor forward connected to the pin number 8, left motor backward connected to pin number 9, right motor forward to pin number 10 and right motor backward to pin number 11. So here we have to remember a small thing. When our sensor is in black surface, it will give a low digital output, and when the sensor is in white surface, it will give a high digital output. So coming to void setup, as we are giving current from the Arduino to the motor driver IC, so all the motor pins shall be declared as output. Here our motor pins are declared as output. And since we are receiving the current from the sensor into the Arduino, the pin number 4, which is our left sensor, and the pin number 5, our right sensor, can be declared as input. Next, coming to the while loop. Now, as I've said, if the sensor is in white surface, it returns a high value, and if it is in black surface, it returns a very low value to the Arduino. Now let's declare the left sensor as A and right sensor as B. So here we have A is equal to digital read 4, which means it receives input from the pin number 4 and B receives input from the pin number 5. Now here we have given the if condition. If A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1, which means if our left sensor returns a high value, that is if it is on the white surface, and our right sensor is also on the white surface, then our board should move forward. Here we have given the condition for the board to move forward. Wait, I've gone now. So here it is. Here is the condition. I have given left motor forward high and left motor backward low. Similarly, digital right motor forward high and right motor backward low. So giving high low, I have made my left motor to move forward and right motor also to move forward. Now coming to the else part, the second condition is when our left sensor is on white, that is it reads 1, and the right sensor is 0, that is it is on black surface, then our board should move right. So I have given left motor forward high and left motor backward low, which means our left motor is moving forward, and I have given the same condition for the right motor low, which means our right motor stops. So the next condition is when A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1, that is when our board will be taking left turn. So here is the conditions, that is left motor forward low, left motor forward, backward low, which means our left motor stops and the right motor moves forward, which means our boat will turn in the left direction. The last condition is when both the sensors are in black, I want the boat to stop, so I have given the condition left motor forward and backward low, right motor forward and backward low, which makes our both the motors. So we can similarly extend the program to 3 sensors. We have declared the variables for this program as A and B for our 2 sensors. So here we can, if you are using 3 sensors, we can declare A, B and C, and we can write the digital read 4, 5 and 6, as many sensors as we are using. But here the thing is, when we are using 3 sensors and our board is on a black line, A will read 1, B will read 0 and C will read 1. So in that case our boat will move forward, and similarly the left and right turns can also be made. So here is a small program for 2 sensors. So final thing is, having written the program, you need to compile it. This is the compile option. When you click on this option, it shows that here the program is being compiled. It's compiling. So having compiled, you can connect your Lappy to the Arduino board and then upload. See here, it's showing that done compiling and no errors. So when there are no errors, you can just directly upload your program into the Arduino through an USB cable, and then your boat is ready to follow the line.